We're at the Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're tuning into the ACO broadcast of the Seniors Championship match between Terry Dawson, our 1 seed in the blue lane, and Dan Mead, our 4 seed in the red lane. And to my right, I have none other than Rich Pyle himself from ACO Whole Nation in the house, baby.
Here we go. We got the seniors division. T-Bone is number 1, right? He was ranked number 1 coming into this.
Yep, he was ranked as a highest seed player coming into this out of the seniors. He's wearing his purple jersey, which, the purple jersey is symbolic of a person that has actually won a major.
Yes.
And I believe you may have somebody in your house.
I have a couple of these purple jerseys you speak of in my house. Unfortunately, I don't own a single one of them.
All right, sounds good. They're going to do one more down.
T-Bone telling us how it is.
He's telling us that's how it. Leave it to that old man. He's tells us what's going on there.
I think that's just a head game that he's playing to try to get into Dan Mead's head and let him know that he's in charge of this game. The more I talk to T-Bone, the more I realize that this guy's got a lot more going on in the game than just on the boards. He likes to play a lot of head games with people. He tries to play it off that he's not doing it, but he definitely does it for sure.
Stay behind the line.
And Dan Mead, another Michigan guy. Not only is he another Michigan guy, but he's a fellow drummer as well.
Oh, Dan Mead's a drummer.
Dan Mead's a drummer.
Got a little action on the line there. So
Dan was complaining. I heard him complaining earlier that he has an injury. I don't know if it's a real injury or if he's just making this up as an excuse. But he said he's got an injury from playing that bowling game upsters.
Oh, did he
Last
get injured
night,
bowling?
He pulled his groin. Of all
let's
things.
correct it. It really isn't bowling. The ball is it's what do you call that? The ball is like the size of a softball.
There is a name for that, but
it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it right this minute. Duck pin bowling is what it's referred to as.
Duck pin. How did you come up, or how did they come up with the name?
I have no idea.
Duck pin bowling.
But the lanes are a little short.
Well, he supposedly has a groin injury from playing duck pin bowling last night.
Well, we're going to get you out to the Den. It's a place called the Den here at the Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. And it's a fun little establishment. They've got a bunch of video games. I can't remember. I don't think they had a billiard table.
I'm a little afraid to play that. I don't want to pull my groin.
2 points for looks like for T-Bone. Dawson is out to an early lead here. Again, Dan has to double dip Terry because he's coming out of loser's bracket. Dan is our 4 seed in this tournament. Terry Dawson is our 1 seed. What's coming up on Whole Nation this week? You got any special stuff happening?
Well, I can't tell you. You have to watch it to find out. I can't give you insight to that.
You got to give the people out there some insight because they want to tune in.
Well, obviously we have some of our well, not obviously. I guess I'm letting you in on it right now. We're going to have some of our favorite segments, which is the getting schooled. Everybody seems to love the getting schooled. I love doing it too. A lot of people are starting to ask more questions as those segments are coming out about the segment they just watched, which is cool. We're getting a little bit more
Caleb
interaction
Bird on
with
the
it.
last one of the
Caleb,
getting schooled,
yes,
right?
showing his cut shot. Now Caleb could throw. He could throw the inside and the outside cut shot, which is pretty impressive.
It's fun. 4-0 here in favor of Terry Dawson.
Which Terry told me before this game that he was going to do just that. He was going to 1-2 him to death. That's what he told me.
Well, I think it was Terry and Dan that met each other earlier in this tournament.
They did.
It was a 41-minute match.
Yes.
For one single game, and I think Terry did come out on top in the end. But it was a long, drawn-out match, and like you said, 1-2 them to death is what they're doing. These two guys are solid players.
How much do you think that has to do with this game right here? How hard is it for a guy who played a 41-minute game against his opponent earlier and lost. How hard is it to come back and have to double dip that same guy in the championship round?
You know, it's a good question, but I look at T-Bone and I am not sure where the energy comes from. Because that guy he plays in these matches that last forever.
Yep.
And I don't know, you probably haven't had this experience because you often don't last very long in a tournament when you get into it.
Oh, that's what she said.
No, but I mean, it is not easy, dude. When you play when you're a really good player in these tournaments, you're playing all day long, right? And I don't know how some of these seniors go about it. I mean, because they got seniors in the morning, they got blind draw in the afternoon, they got co-ed in the evening, they got doubles tomorrow and singles tomorrow, and these guys.
And it's not just a physically draining, it's mentally draining as well. Maybe that's where they had the leg up, or growing up on this game, so to speak, if you will, is that mental side. They've gone through so much in their life already that maybe they found a way to just realize that all they got to do is 1 and 2 them to death.
And that is the mental thing you hit on there is so key. It really is such an important aspect to this game that people don't give as much credit to as deserves. But 6-0 here with Terry Dawson in the lead, T-Bone.
I actually think that the mental side of this game has way more to do with your ability than the physical side of the game. Dan, always having fun. Even though the guy's got a pulled groin and he's in pain, he's always having fun. He's always talking smack. And if you listen to him, he doesn't do it really loudly, but if you're playing next to him, he's hilarious. The stuff that he says during the game, and he's never not saying something. Always having fun. Even though the guy's got a pulled groin and he's in pain, he's always
All right, thanks again for tuning in. If you're tuning in, I've got Rich Pyle from Whole Nation here on my right, and I'm Frank Gears, the Cornhole dude. Score is 6-0 in favor of Terry Dawson from Greenswood, Indiana, battling Dan Mead from Lansing, Michigan. So we got Michigan, Indiana in the house here at the Grand Traverse Resort and Spa.
Oh, T-Bone's giving him an option, but Dan just threw one off the back of the board a second ago.
So he picks up his one spot,
right?
He did.
He got a point out of that.
So thanks again for tuning in. Paula Stevens is out there in the house tuning in, so thanks again, Paula. Say hi to Jack for me. I hope you guys are doing well.
Jack's out there. What is going on with those guys this weekend? Why are they not here? I expected those guys to be here.
No, they're busy behind the scenes working on jerseys and everything else for the ACO.
Don't give them an out. Don't give them an out. They're supposed to be up here in my own home state, helping support. Yeah, I'm just razzing them. I know that those guys are nonstop, constantly doing stuff with the ACO. Terry's giving Dan another opportunity to pick up a point here. Oh, maybe a couple points if he can play that right.
Yeah, T-Bone's usually as consistent as they come, man.
Ooh, well, he's blocked that up anyway. He shouldn't be able to.
There's space on the right side of that hole for T-Bone to sneak it in here.
You know what? I thought that he was going to do that. I thought he was going to go high.
Smart airmail shot. Got to trust in your game.
He's a little irritated about the missing it to the back, but that bag, as slick as those are, they can come back.
He's got it.
Oh, nice push. Oh, he just kind of pinched that bag up against the back a little bit. He may have taken that out of play unless he's going to go for the airmail.
Oh, that is a big 7 spot. Just like that, Dan Mead on top, 8-6.
Wow.
That is a really big jump there because these two players, like you were talking about earlier, it's 1 and 2s. If somebody gets a 7 spot like that just happened,
that's huge.
That's huge. Catapults Dan to the leaderboard here. It's 8-6. Now Dan does have to double dip Terry. And again, I was talking to you earlier. This first match that these guys played, or first game they played earlier in the day, was a 41-minute game.
Yeah, they came and talked to me over at the Whole Nation Studios after they got done with the game, and T-Bone was, he's acting like he was breathing heavy and talking about how long that game took. But and that's when he told me. He goes, the next time that I have to play him, I'm just going to 1 and 2 him to death. Little did he know he was going to, Dan was going to 7 him to death.
Yeah, Paula Stevens is out there working with Jack on our season 18 jerseys now, and they're looking good, I got to tell you.
I tell you, all of the new jerseys, and the jerseys that we saw in Vegas a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, those were fun.
Those were fun. I know that you guys sold a ton of them. The great prices, and the quality looked good, really good. And I know that a lot of people really love the jersey with all of their names
on the back.
On the back, yeah. That was pretty good.
It's not often that we're able to do it like we did out there in Vegas, but it worked out really well.
Yeah.
I think there was a couple hundred of those jerseys that went out the door.
Oh, easy.
So thanks again for tuning in. Emily Childers out there. Jessica Harris rooting on T-Bone. Who you got in this dog fight here? Is it going to be Dan Mead or is it going to be Terry Dawson? What do you think? Current score is 8-6 in favor of Dan Mead.
Well, Dan started to pick it up here a little bit. Terry started giving him opportunities to score and a big opportunity to pick up 7. But it just seems so hard for me to pick a guy who got beat after a 41-minute game and then have to double dip the same guy, a half an hour later. And I like Dan. He's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I think that he has the ability to it, but I just think that the mental aspect of that double dipping after a 41-minute loss is going to be something really hard to overcome. And
no, I would agree with you. Keith Blair is in the house.
Keith Blair.
Who you got, Louisville, Keith? Kentucky. Who you rooting for?
Who you got here, Keith? Who you got in this game? Is it going to be Dan or is it going to be Dawson?
Let's go Tito. Jonathan in the house rooting for Tito. T-Bone's got another Craig Riddle out there.
That's a question I've got for Dan Mead. Why does he go by Tito? What's up? Do you have any idea why his nickname is Tito?
Nah, it has something to do with maybe vodka. No, I don't know.
I think you just threw him off.
Yeah, Eric Bruce just talking about his Vegas jerseys just showed up, and he said he loves the design.
Yeah, those are great jerseys.
They both have a bag off the back, don't they?
Yes, they do. Another great opportunity, but I think this bag that T-Bone just threw is going to come back unless Dan pushes it hard against the backside.
I got a feeling you see the T-Bone airmail attack here. He's going to try to drag all these bags in.
You think he's going to do it? You think he's going for the airmail?
I think he's going for the airmail.
You're right, he was.
Oh, and there
nice
it
call,
is, baby.
Nice call. Nice call. Dan puts it in. It's a wash.
There it is.
It is a wash.
Nice wash. Good bag. Great airmail by T-Bone there.
Both of these guys throw, as far as the bag flight, are very similar. None of them are perfectly flat. They're not a lot of spin on the bags, but they seem to find the bottom of the hole pretty often.
Well, I think the bags in today's game are a lot more forgiving than the bags of yesteryear.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, they like to find a hole. That got a lot of people out there on T-Bone's bandwagon, but I got to tell you, I think everybody in the bleachers here, and there's damn near 50, 60 people sitting out there right now watching. They have to be from the Michigan area, I would say.
Yeah, I'm
so
sure.
I think most of them are pulling for Dan Mead.
Yeah, for sure.
So his fan base is all here in the house. Yeah, T-Bone's out of Indianapolis, so a lot of his are out of the Greenswood area, out of Indiana.
And there's a few players here from Indiana. I saw earlier, talked to some people that came out from Indiana. So he's got some people that from his hometown, I'm sure that's got his back as well.
Philip Barnett. One of the normal commentators over here. I'm just trying to step in with my buddy Rich Pyle here from Whole Nation. We're just doing the best we can to fill in for the loudmouth and what is it, the Mississippi Ninja?
I don't even know. I don't even know what his name is. I don't talk about him. Phil.
Rob Green in the house. 317 is on the way.
Phil always gives me crap every time he sees me. Even when he doesn't see me, he messages me to give me crap. I gotta love the guy though. He's a good guy, good friend. But if I'm ever down, I can always expect him to kick me once or twice.
So it's 8-8, man. I think we could be in store for another 30, 40-minute game here.
Uh-oh.
Remember I told you that 7 spot was just a big number to get.
Well, it brought him right back into this game.
Thanks again for tuning in. My name is Frank Ears, the Cornhole Dude, and we are at the Grand Traverse Resort and Spa. Our next stop is Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
We're going to be in Iowa in August for a pretty special event. You know anything about that?
I heard a little something about that.
Give me the report on that. Tell me what that's all about.
No, you give me the report on that. I'm going to get the details wrong. I always do.
It's 10-8 here in favor of Terry Dawson, our 1 seed in the blue lane. Dan Mead, our 4 seed out of Michigan here, Lansing area. Dan Mead has to win this game in order to get to another game. He's got a double dip T-bone, and he shoots one right of the hole.
I wonder how much that groin injury is bothering him, because I've seen Dan play a lot. He comes to our regionals that we throw, and I've seen, obviously from the Michigan area, I've seen him play quite a bit, and it's very uncharacteristic for him to be throwing as many bags off the back or to the side as far as he is. So I wonder how much that injury is affecting his game.
I don't know. He's a big stepper, and it doesn't seem like it's affecting him much. I don't see any cringing in the face or.
Let's get as a drummer. The show must go on.
The show must go on.
Us drummers are not wimps. We don't wince every time we're in a little bit of pain, or even a lot of bit of pain. Speaking of a lot of bit of pain and wincing, have you ever seen me throw a bag of cornhole?
Hey, speaking of the Field of Dreams that we'll circle back around that. You said a bag of cornhole made me think of this right away.
Bag of cornhole, I did say that.
So what we're doing with the Field of Dreams,
yes,
which is in August, we've got a $25,000 event going on there. It's kind of a combination of an invitational, as well as the ability for somebody to play in. So we have a thing called the Corny 40, Rich.
Of course.
Our Corny 40 is what we refer to as our top 40 players at the end of a season. This year it's pretty cool because all of those 40 players are going to receive once in a lifetime Corny 40 Field of Dreams jersey. They're going to be included in the Field of Dreams event going on in August there, where they're going to be battling with a full field of 64 players in a team challenge on that Sunday for $25,000 purse, and it's going to be spectacular.
$25,000. This is a big purse. Don't get me wrong, and I don't mean to flinch at it or anything like that. But
it's a
the ability to play a cornhole tournament at the Field of Dreams, that's worth way more than $25,000.
Dyersville, Iowa. All right, the score right now is 19-8. T-Bone has jumped out to somewhat of a commanding lead here. He wins this, it's over. But what I was going to tell you, what's cool about that event too, we're bringing back the old school bags, where they're going to be actually filled with corn from the Field of Dreams fields, which I think is going to make that event even that much more special, that these men and women that'll be competing in this tournament are going to be playing with bags filled with corn from the field of Dreams.
Now, is there going to be a possibility that we can buy some of those bags as like a special trophy, or just something to commemorate the fact that we were there for that?
You will. We're going to be making, exactly like you said, bags for sale that will be collector's bags.
I mean, that's the only place that you're ever going to be able to get that opportunity to buy them from, especially the very first time that it ever happened.
There it is. That's game time and game over. 21-8. Well, Rich, thanks again for sitting in the booth here. Tell me when the next Whole Nation show is. Wednesday?
Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Every Wednesday at 6 o'clock.
Is that Eastern?
That is Eastern Standard Time. I'm sorry. I keep on forgetting we're worldwide here.
Yeah, we're worldwide. We got people all across the United States and as far as Australia. Terry Dawson, come on in and I'm going to let Rich give you an interview here. Come on in.
Come on in, Terry. Have a seat. Congratulations, Terry.
Hey, thanks.
You told me you were going to 1-2 them to death earlier.
I did.
No, you 1-2 them to death, but you also gave up a 7.
Yeah.
That brought him right back into the game. He actually went up on you at that point.
That's right.
And what was the final score?
Have no fear.
Have no fear. That was actually the last points that he won, by the way. Just so you remember, in case you didn't realize, that was the last points that he scored.
He asked me to miss, so I guess I missed.
Did he? Is that what you guys were talking about over
he
there?
said, you could miss again. I said, no, not now.
So you pulled that big, what was it, a 4-bag airmail down.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much at that point. You guys were doing a lot of washing back and forth.
Right.
Other than the big points that you gave up, at that point you guys were doing a lot of washing. After you pulled that 4-bag airmail, you started right back into the 1 and 2 and right up to the end.
Right.
I don't think you went around without scoring after that, did you?
Well, he asked me not to miss, but I told him I can't do that yet.
But did he tell you that he had a groin injury?
Yeah.
Was he trying to work on your sympathy there?
No, I have no sympathy for Come on. I think he was pulling a bunch of crap. Well, we had a 41-minute match earlier.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
Now, and don't get me wrong, I don't mean anything, badly about it. Actually, I'm impressed by the fact that this is a senior division. You got a couple years under your belt, but you never look tired. You never looked at these games wear you down. Here you just had a 41-minute match with him earlier, and now you're playing. He's got a double dip you, but here you are playing him in the championship match, and still look as fresh as you did when you walked in. How do you do it?
Don't ask me, but I do exercise every day.
What kind of
I stretch out,
Okay.
lift weights. Don't show it, but drink beer. No, I do. I stretch every day. That's one thing I always do.
Stretching?
Yeah.
You think that obviously helps you out? I mean, that's a silly question.
Well, I got
see it.
both these knees replaced, 6 years ago.
Yeah.
It's the best thing that ever happened to
Really?
me. But and now I get tired. My partners always say, "How come you're not getting?" I said, "Guys, I'm tired. Believe me."
Well, you know how
I
not
go
to
to
show
bed.
it.
I go to bed. I'm going, "Oh man, guys, I got to get up and do this again tomorrow."
No, you get to do that tomorrow. Not you have to.
Yeah, I know.
So when you had your surgery, your knee replacement surgery, did that change your throw at all?
Terry Mathis told me that made me better.
So it didn't change. It didn't change your technique at all.
Knew I threw like that before.
Same thing.
But this game don't. Back then, you had to throw them straight. We played the bags they're going to play in Iowa.
Yes,
see?
we were just
The
talking about that.
sticky
Were
and
you
the
listening?
slick, and you better throw them straight. If not, you better be able to air them out. It's the only way you're going to get them
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
They don't fall in like these bags do.
This is the same things we were just talking about during your match
Oh, what?
in Iowa with the corn-filled bags, and the fact that the bags now are a lot more hole forgiving.
Hole
than they
friendly.
used
Oh
to.
yeah. There's guys that when I play them that like playing just corn bags and stuff like that. He said, "Well, how are you going to do with this one?" I said, "I'm going to kick your butt now." I said, "I'll show you what the difference is."
All right, Terry. Well, congratulations!
Okay, thanks.
Another great win.
Thanks.
We're going to sign off here. We're going to be right back for the women's finals in just a few minutes. Right here. See you soon.